the climate services team, in which we package all the data that comes out of the Barcelona Supercomputing Center into climate services or air quality services. And today, together with my colleague Alvaro, Alvaro Criado, who could not be here because he's in an air quality conference, we would like to present the concept of the Airquad, which is two main things: a wearable air pollution filter device and an air quality monitoring system. So the number that you see on the screen is the number of premature deaths that there are in Europe in 1 year, which accounts for over 300,000 people. And this is a lot of people, but it's not the only problem, because what they call about air pollutants, it's our hidden killers, that they say, because we don't see them, but we inhale them. In the main cities of the EU member states, the annual limits that are set up by the European Union are very often exceeded. And what you see is research done by Alvaro, my colleague, from Barcelona. And the darker colors is everywhere where these air pollutant limits are exceeded annually. And this is a problem because the countries receive a fine from the EU, and they have to pay millions of euros to the EU because of exceeding these limits. And this happened just in the previous years for Barcelona and Madrid. So the problem are not only the deaths, but also the diseases that we get from inhaling air pollutants, which are from the most known ones, such as chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, such as asthma, but also we get lower immunity, we have neurologic disorders, and also lower respiratory disorders. So let's put faces to the victims of this. So we have people with already chronic disorders, but we have also our vulnerable communities, such as the elderly, but also kids going to school, going through very traffic-loaded streets, which can get neurological disorders. But I also want to put the spotlight on the average Joe and Jane, because it's the daily bike commuters that we go through Diagonal. We also can get problems because of the air contaminants that are in our cities. So what Airquad proposes to be, it's a four-pillar service. So it is this wearable air pollutant filter device, which looks very hipsterish, like a piercing that you put in your nose. And then it would go into a cassette, which looks like an AirPod, and this is because of the name. And it would contain some liquid, which would be a smart filter. The liquid would be able to track the air pollutants that you have inhaled in your commute, and this will be sending data to an application in which you would have the mobility data together with the air pollutants. From this, we will be able to go back to the models that we have in-house, which are the air quality distribution of the main cities of worldwide, actually. And this is the whole package of the Airquads. So the existing market products that we have are not convincing. They are not very portable and also not very practical. And some of the options would be to stay at home. But I believe this is not an option for many of us if you want to be realistic. And I don't want only to make the emphasis on the health benefits from the Airquads concept, but also on improving urban data. So currently, how the models work is that you use observational data, so you have observation stations that track the air quality, and they send it to the models in order to improve them and to make better predictions on how the pollutants would distribute across the city. However, we don't have many observational stations, so if people would be willing to share their data, we would have instant data about the distribution of air pollutants and also their levels. So we would be able to go back to the models, train them, and make better predictions, which in turn would be able to make better mobility and spatial planning policies. So we have a very strong in-house team for the second, third, and fourth pillar, because we have air quality experts, we have chemists, we have product designers also, and people very ready to bring this product to the market. What we need is the new hire to design the wearable air pollutant filter device, which will be, I guess, the challenge, because I think all the concepts, the second to the fourth concept already might exist here and there with different concepts, but putting all together will be the challenge that Airquads expect to have. So this is a little bit the roadmap. There are some patterns actually that try to emulate. I don't know if you have been Dust, the movie, but there is already an air polluter device there. So there are patents, some people that have tried to design the same product, but this is not yet in the market, and they have some, we don't see how they would work yet. So this is what we would be revising to find also possible partners, which would be nanotechnology providers and people that could be putting everything together. Then we would prepare the funding time. We would test the Airquads from the steps 2 to 4, and then we will start designing the Airquad. To test the whole system would be the previous stage to launch the product to the market. And with this, I would like to thank you for your attention.